Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sparrowcus and welcome back to this. I gotta say, this seems to be like a very, very clean house. I mean, to all the other random put houses we have around here, this one looks, okay, that's a bit weird, the wood, but other than that, that wood was weird. It's moving. Yeah, like the textures in this of this wood is very strange. Look.
Jesus.
Ah, okay. That's why. Because it's a fake 3D effect, it looks like it's coming out, but it's not really coming out. Very strange. Anyways, Blacksmith Betty. Betty. I have.
What do you need?
Jesus Christ be praised. I need to know about Hare and Hare.
I've got a few questions about these poachers.
Yeah.
So ask.
So, what do you think about poaching?
What do you make of this poaching that's been going on?
It's clear as day. Hannikin Hare's back.
That
And
bastard.
those antlers on Nicholas's house? Well, we all know what that means, don't we? It's the sign of a cuckold, you mark my words.
Oh, I should have put it over the doors of Sir Divish. Because he fucked Lady Stephanie last night. Oh, yeah.
You mean to say his wife's cheating on him?
All I'm saying is she might be feeling the urge. It happens in the best of families.
Well, you're the first who's certain of Hare's return. So far, I've just heard vague rumours.
Well, now, I wouldn't say I'm completely sure. I suppose some other mischief maker could have done it, but better the devil you know. And everyone hereabouts knows Hare.
Don't lie to me. Do you know who I am?
Stop trying to wriggle out of it. Do you realise who I am?
Not really.
But you know who Radzig Cobbler is, right?
Of course.
I'm his right-hand man, and I'm helping the huntsman catch the poachers. So, I'm not someone you should be messing around.
All right, I'll tell you what I know. But promise not to tell Nicholas I said it.
I'll do what I can, but I need to let him know what I discover. So, out with it.
It's to do with Margaret, his wife. They say it's all because of her.
Keep going.
I know full well Hare's here, because Margaret admitted as much.
What did she tell you?
That he waited in the woods till she came by and they exchanged some words. Words was all she told me. Who knows what they actually got up to?
And what did they speak about?
I don't know. But if Nicholas knew they'd met, he'd most likely kill her.
You're sure she wasn't saying it in jest?
Oh no. Margaret wouldn't joke about something like that.
Interesting.
Well, you're the first who's certain of Hare's return.
Well now.
You were singing it.
So?
It's nothing to you, but I'm helping Nicholas unmask that local poaching gang.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, now you know. And you also know not to keep anything from me. So, what's the story with that Hare?
All right, I'll tell you what I know.
I'll do what I
It's to do with Margaret.
keep.
Very strange, but okay.
Who's this Hannikin Hare?
We just repeated that one again.
Hannikin Hare? There was a time he was master huntsman here, and Margaret was set to be his wife. But then he got himself accused of murder and fled before they could hang him. Margaret and his job both ended up going to Nicholas.
So what's the story between Hare and Margaret?
It was complicated. He wanted her and she wanted him too, I reckon. At least for a while. But then she hitched up with Nicholas and now she says she never had a thought of wedding Hannikin Hare.
So what went on between Hare and the huntsman?
Those two? There was no love lost between them from the moment Hare arrived. And then Margaret got involved. It was a messy business.
Do you think Hare really killed that man?
Who knows the truth of it now? I did find it all a bit odd. Hare never was much of a hothead. But then again, no one really knew him that well. And Margaret never wanted to speak of it. Wouldn't hear a word about it.
Huh. Interesting indeed. Thank you very
That's all I
much.
need.
So,
I heard you saw something fishy in the forest.
that's right, I did.
Can you describe what you saw?
It was after dark, I remember that. I went up past the castle along by the clearing, and I saw someone had lit a fire, and there were figures singing and dancing, and I could hear the whistling of a pipe. And I could smell roast meat. It was like a feast of some sort. Only I thought maybe it was some witch's Sabbath, so I was afraid to stay too long in case they saw me.
Did you recognize anyone there? Someone from the village, maybe?
No, like I said, it was dark. All I could see was shadowy figures moving around.
Did you hear any familiar voices?
No. But I heard girls' laughter, goblets clinking, a piper playing. It sounded just like any feast.
Where is the clearing?
A short walk north of the castle. There's a track past the woodcutter's camp that takes you there.
Thanks. What do you make of this poaching that's been going on?
It's clear as day.
We already had that one. Okay.
God be with you.
Thank you. Okay, what else do we have around here? Hare hunt. Oh boy. Well, that clearing is halfway to previous levels, so that's good. Hey, Maggie. Maggie! There's little Maggie.
Good health to you.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'd like to...
If you ask me, there's some questions best left unanswered. But go and see Elena if you're determined. That old gossip will tell you all there is to know.
Really? She would still give us a hint on where to go? Alright.
I'd like to ask you about Hare.
I'm sorry, but I really don't want to talk about that.
I'm sorry, but I really don't care.
Listen, I know the Hare is here, and I know you spoke with him. And if you don't want your husband to find out, you better start talking.
Wait! You can't say something like that to Nicholas. God knows what he'd do.
It's in your hands whether I tell him or not.
All right. What do you want to know?
How were things between you and Hare back then?
There was nothing between us. Hare impressed my father with all his talk of noble blood. But I couldn't stand him, and I didn't want to marry him. And then it made no odds after he ran away.
So you didn't want him? I only asked because I've heard differently.
That's village talk. Of course folk gossip. Mostly they just want to hurt Nicholas.
Of course.
Did Hare really commit the murder?
God in heaven, how should I know? Anyway, it doesn't matter now.
That remains to be seen. What did you talk about in the woods with Hare?
I see Betty's mouth's been busy.
Don't blame her. I had to work hard to weasel it out of her. Now tell me.
Oh, all right. Well, it seems Hare's exile has addled his brain. He told me he'd go off with me, that he still loves me and nonsense like that.
And what about you?
What do you mean? I was so shocked, I couldn't even scream.
Is that all he told you?
He said if I change my mind, I'm to hang a garland of forget-me-nots on the house and wait for him at that place of ours.
Where was it you saw him exactly?
I wish I could tell you. The whole thing was like a fever dream. I almost got lost trying to get out of the forest. Even if I remembered, it wouldn't be any use to you. Hare moves through the forest like a ghost. He knows every tree root off by heart.
I want you to hang that garland on the lodge.
But I don't want to go anywhere with him.
You don't have to go anywhere. But tell me, where's that secret meeting place of yours?
On the way to Ujitz. Back then, we used to meet by the great big beech tree, right next to the wayside shrine. There's a lovely view there, you see.
And what time will he be waiting there for you?
At dawn. What are you going to do to Hare?
Never you mind. The main thing is it will all get sorted out. And that's all that matters, isn't it?
I suppose so. Very well, then. I'll hang the garland for you.
That'll be everything.
God bless.
Well, the hare is over here. Okay, before we're gonna go anywhere.
Hey!
Son of a
Watch out!
bitch.
Bloody.
I'm glad to see you. I've been hearing some quite wild stories about Hare.
People do prattle on. It happened a long time ago, and I've heard some crazy tales myself.
And what's your version of what happened?
Hare was a stuck-up knob. He came here with nothing to show but his bare arse. But he thought he could have anything he pointed at. All because he was of noble stock.
Whatever became of him?
Oh, you must have heard. He killed one of the armed men that served Sir Henry of Lipa, and they sentenced him to hang. Except he scapered right out of the castle dungeon.
How did he manage that?
Nobody knows, but I'll bet he had help from someone up at the castle.
And what was your wife's role in all this?
He had his eye on her, and she didn't want him. That's all. And it had nothing to do with what happened later.
Oh, of course not.
I heard that he was a sorcerer.
And I've heard there's blooming roses on Rathaus gallows at Christmas.
Yes, they are.
A sorcerer. Bah! Hare was a ruffian, but there was nothing supernatural about it.
Except for him being a big boy douchebag.
That's all I need. Thanks. Farewell.
Too bad I couldn't tell you that you're cackled, but alright. What are we gonna do next? We don't have to go to the inn anymore. So I was thinking if one of these guys knows something about Henneken Hare, but in the middle of the day they're still praying around naked. Oh wait, what about our dear friend Robbie? Hey Bobby.
What do you need?
Jesus Christ be praised. Nothing? Also?
Can you teach?
All right.
Oh, really? Oh, we're so good at defense now. That we can... Wow. We must be like really good and shit.
Agreed.
Yay for defense. Oh, what else?
I'd like to get back.
Certainly.
I'm in.
All right.
Yeah, that's what we can do.
Now.
Maces go up. Yes.
I'd like to get back.
Sir.
I'd like to hope.
First, you have.
I like to hone your skills. You have to hone your skills. To hone your skills.
I want.
All right.
Oh boy, we're very, very smart. Very, very skilled.
What?
How about that one?
Agreed.
There you go. All right. So, we're now here at the clearing. I forgot what we wanted to find some around here. There's something here. They were cavorting around here, that's for sure. I forgot. Was it somewhere on the side? Damn it. What was it here again? There. Start digging or something. We're just supposed to start digging around here? Over here? No? Damn it. There it is. God damn it, Mutt. It's a deer they were eating and partying. But that didn't do anything. Well, it's not dawn. Or did you say dusk? I don't know. But I don't think it's the time. So, but we're still going to go there. See if we can meet Hare there right now. Yeah.
Nicholas won't be joining us. Who the devil are you?
We found the hare in the middle of the woods.
I thought you wanted to meet up with Margaret.
Fortunately, I'm not that much of a fool anymore. I was hoping I'd tempt Nicholas out of his lair. But let's get to the point. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
Well, he doesn't want to be recognized, so we'll keep his identity disclosed.
My name is Henry, and I work for the Master Huntsman.
So are you going to arrest me?
I am.
All I ask is that you listen to me first.
Let me guess. You're gonna tell me you're innocent.
I wouldn't presume. I've been poaching on the Divish estate, and I'll take the punishment I deserve. But the crime I was nearly strung up for, that one I didn't commit.
I've heard different things about your crime.
So I imagine. Lucas has told me the villagers still talk of me.
Even if I believed you, there's no proof. It all happened a long time ago.
Oh, yes.
I know. But if I didn't believe in my own innocence, I'd have to be crazy to have done what I did.
Why?
If I truly were guilty, why would I risk coming back to Bohemia? I could have died in peace as a rich man in the pay of the Jagiellonians. Only a fool would come back.
Nicholas took everything you had, regardless of your guilt or innocence. I'd say you have more than enough cause to want revenge.
I'm not like him. Anyway, you're right. I don't have any proof of my innocence. All I can give you is my word.
So?
And how did it happen?
It's a long story.
I've got time to listen.
All right.
Ah,
for
there
you
it
to
is.
understand,
His
I have to
face.
start from the beginning. I was born as Hare of Zalush, the eldest son of Sidney of Zalush. My house became sadly impoverished, and I became the master huntsman at Talmberg.
Gamekeeper turned poacher. I see. That's quite a transformation.
Nicholas gave me no choice.
What happened between you and Nicholas?
I was falsely accused of murder. Henry of Lipa visited Talmberg, and the morning after the banquet in his honor, one of his men was found dead.
And didn't they have any cause to suspect you?
That's just it. They did. At the banquet, I got into a fight with the man.
I know Sir Hanish of Lipa. Was Sir Henry his father?
Indeed. He was on his way to Rathaus to take charge of the fiefdom for young Sir Hans Capon.
Why did you get into a fight with him?
The fall of the House of Zalush was the work of the Lords of Lipa, and that fellow took great delight in reminding me of it.
And then what?
Nicholas began to pull strings. Several people came forward as witnesses to say they saw me with the fellow later that night.
Why would he have done that?
He wanted rid of me. We were both in love with the same lass, you see, and Margaret is his wife today. But back then, there was no question which of the two of us would win her. I was the huntsman of noble blood, and Nicholas was just plain Nick. Her father's preference was clear.
What did Margaret think of you?
She took me for a fool. She only had eyes for Nicholas, but I didn't see it then. In the end, she could have saved me.
How?
She could have told the truth. After the banquet, I was with her. But when they asked her, she said she hadn't seen me that night.
How did you get out of it?
What leads you to imagine I did?
Your head's still on your shoulders, so you must have escaped somehow.
I'm alive. But my name and my family's name has been dragged through the mud. For me, that's worse than the sentence waiting for me.
If you say so. But you still managed to get away.
Well, it's true. I had the good fortune to escape from the dungeon.
From the Talmberg dungeon? That can't be done, can it?
It's not too hard when the lord of the castle himself helps you escape.
So, Divish set you free? From his own dungeon?
He couldn't offend Henry, so he had to lock me up. But he trusted me. We were friends, after all. He led me out of the castle in the night. I was given a good horse, and in a couple of days I was in Silesia. And that was the end of it. At least until now.
Well, that's the thing. We're in the we're Asshole Henry, so we would arrest him, and we're also the bailiff of previous levels. But we're also in the service of Sir Divish, so we're like, if the Lord says helped you, then the Lord has to decide.
This is one of the most insane stories I've heard lately.
That doesn't surprise me.
But something tells me you're speaking the truth, Anakin Hare.
Thank you. And if you want to help me, come to the old mine gallery in Broad Woods.
I'll be there.
I have a plan, but I need some help.
All right. Yeah, but we're gonna do that later on our way back. Let's go to Pribislavets, people.
Yeah.
It's time. There is our beautiful town, people. Nice, nice. Pribislavets. So we have something to decide over here too, but before we do that, let us see. 15 fucking thousand groschen in there. Oh my god. That's a shit ton. Well, let's put in about 20,000 more. How much money do we make him? 1,600. Now that's a shit ton of money. Well, obviously we're gonna go with the brewery first. What do we have to decide? Well, then we're gonna go, like, screw the dice games. Brewery it is.
Marius, there's work to be done.
You just...
So?
Let's see. The village's income is very good. Sir Divish will be pleased. The village is big enough now. Sir Divish can bring in more people if he wants, and start expanding as he was planning. The church is still in ruins. Doesn't create a good... We're on the right track.
All right. I want to build...
Certainly. We've already finished everything.
The tavern...
Right. That should do it. We've got everything.
A few days later, we get a loading screen. There you go. Beer and meat. That's the shit. Oh yeah, baby. Beer and meat. Meat and meat. Marius. We're down here.
Certainly.
Oh, we can do the dice too? Good.
Folk like a game of dice, and so do I. We should have a dice table and invite some players. Maybe I can even win back some of what I'm paying out in wages.
Let's go to the site. I'll see to the building.
Yay for Farkle. So, oh, is it dark now? Yeah, it's really goddamn dark now. Oh boy, we need to be careful with our food and stuff. Not that, you know, something bad happens. Anyways, now we got our Farkle on, so that's good. Marius,
We can't build in...
just son of a bitch. All right, but yay. Guess that's good. Townsman, we can play some Farkle. Farkly. Some beds around here. Like, why is nobody at the inn? This is really okay. It's not that late. People shouldn't be sleeping yet. People should be partying. Come on, we have candles out and torches burning. Come on. And judgment is done too. God damn it. It's very, very early in the morning. So, Mauritius. No upgrades. Good. Good.
Could you...
No. All right. We also made an achievement. It's perfectionist to make 2,000 groschen a day from previous levels. What? We make 2,000? We actually do 2,100 per day. Yeah.
I want to build something.
Certainly, Master Bailiff. What's it to be?
All right, so I'm sick and tired of sleeping on the shit beds like out here in the tents. Time for the Rathaus.
I'd like to build the Rathaus.
Very well. Come along with me. Once we're there, I'll oversee the building, so they don't botch anything.
No, they botch it, all right. Well, let's see how the Rathaus looks. It's gonna be interesting. Here it comes, people. Maybe. I'm actually a bit, that's the Rathaus. Well, the thing is, in Sessau, the bailiff is sitting here with the scribe. So that's basically the Rathaus of Sessau. It's also pretty much just a normal building. And then we've got the church. And of course, then there's the monastery, but they're just, you know, they're their own entity. But now we don't have to sleep on the ground anymore. Should have done that probably yesterday, but oh well. Good food from the pood. Why do we still have to do this stuff down there at the tree? I mean, this is the town place space, city center. Judge. All right, let's follow some judgment here.
Rook and Lumir, a known pair of troublemakers. Fighting again, are you? What's it this time?
Rook is a filthy, thieving magpie.
This bastard is a fucking liar.
That you can insult each other in your own time, not mine. What happened?
As you know, Master Bailiff, I've got a daughter, and this Rook here has a son. And like you'd expect, the son is as much of a beast as his old man. He put a belly on my girl, and then turned his back on her.
A likely tale, you lying scoundrel. We're a decent, honest family, sir. But that daughter of his, nothing but a whore, she is. She seduced my son. And what's more, this thieving bastard stole my cow, too.
Enough swearing. One at a time, and settle down. What's this about stealing a cow?
When that no-good son of his wouldn't do the right thing by my daughter, Rook here agreed in the end to give me a cow as compensation for her honour.
And I did! Only then, that slut ran off with some minstrel. Where's the honour in that? And besides, it could be anyone's brat she's carrying.
Tell me more about your daughter.
Pretty as a picture, and a good lass, though a little flighty. She had her head turned by that coxcomb, and he put her in the family way, and then he wouldn't marry her. And who else would take her with a youngster? So we agreed on a cow in compensation.
That much is true. Only, I'm sure you'll agree, Master Bailiff, where there's no honor to lose, there's nothing to compensate. A girl that runs off with some wandering jester.
What could she do when she couldn't show her face in public? That's what you paid for.
What about this son of yours?
Well, he ain't the brightest star in the sky, but he's a kind soul and a good worker. That slut of a daughter of Lumier's got him all worked up, got herself pregnant, and then broke his heart. I talked him out of marrying her myself, because I'd rather give this bastard my best cow than my son.
I won't listen to this. That boy is a simpleton and a brute. And for sure, my daughter never went with him of her own free will.
I wanted no more to do with Lumiere or his damned daughter, so I agreed to the compensation instead of marriage. And no sooner was the deal done than the slut ran off. And I want my cow back.
You'll get nothing. A deal is a deal. It's your fault I've lost my one and only daughter.
I've heard enough to know how things really stand.
Both are just, I don't know. So let's, there you go.
The girl ran off, so there's no question of compensation for lost honor. The cow is Rook's.
Thank you, sir. I never doubted your wisdom.
You call that justice? I won't stay another minute in a village where the bailiff takes a hand in daylight robbery.
Well, I take a hand in the nightlight robbery too. And I can steal from you right now too. No problem.
Hey,
Son of a
that's mine.
bitch.
Fuck, a pickpocket.
I didn't see nothing.
Why are you creeping around?
All right. The bees were just like, wait a minute. Is there a pile of shit lying around? But no, it's just bees. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Are these now my chambers? Okay. Well, it's a house at least. Even though it's not much of a Rathaus, but it's a house. Ah, look. Oh, wait. Yep. No. Oh, that's my money. Is that also my chest? Because that's the one... That's the city treasure chest. All right, fellas. We'll complete, I guess, previous levels in the next episode. And then we'll see what we're going to do next. Probably go to Ujits, get something there to do. And then our way back to Marayet, we'll do that too. Oh boy. All right, fellas. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.